Then, now,
Acknowledge me.
The king of kings. You can't see me.
forever. Together.
Welcome to Monday Night Raw. Since becoming World Heavyweight Champion at Night of Champions in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, Seth freaking Rollins has lived up to his promise of being a workhorse champion.
There's no denying right now Seth freaking Rollins is dialed in like a Swiss timepiece. But even the greats meet their match eventually. Perhaps Rollins has bitten off a little more than he can chew. An open challenge tonight. And then NXT versus Braun Breaker tomorrow night. But with from behind, Finn Balor. We found out last week Balor will challenge Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship at Money in the Bank. That, of course, provided Seth is still champion by then.
On a special edition of NXT.
It's gonna be Braun Breaker versus Seth freaking Rollins for my championship.
With the World Heavyweight Championship, find a new home, NXT Gold Rush. Live Tuesday at 8.